Hi everyone, Dr. Manette here to welcome you to EDU 200 or 201 Human Development. So to get us started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over into Blackboard so that you can see how to access everything for the course. So give me just a minute to do that. So when you log into Blackboard, the first page that you should always see is your institution page. So from here, where you're going to go is you're going to go to your courses, which is right here. And when you click on it, you should see all the course lists that you have. And I may have more courses than you, and that is fine. So what you would do is scroll down to your course, which is either EDU 200W4 or EDU 201W4. And when you click on it, you are going to come into the main page for our course. So on this page, what you're going to notice is that it always starts on the announcements page. And on the announcement page, you have all the course information here. This video that I'm making right now will be here as well. It gives you the course location, the books that you need, the syllabus, and some how-to guides to Blackboard if you are not sure or are not used to using Blackboard quite yet. So there's a video on how to submit assignments, how to submit to discussion boards, quizzes, and also how to check your grades. And then down here at the bottom, if you're an education major, here is information to your Praxis core information. So if we go up to the top here, you're going to notice over to the side there is a menu bar. Now, just to kind of let you know, if you kind of scroll over here, you're going to kind of see this dark line pop up. You can hide this, so if it ever disappears, all you have to do is click on it over here and an arrow will pop up and it will come back. So you can make it go away and it makes your screen bigger, and you can also open it up. So if it ever disappears, you know how to bring it back. So over here on the side, everybody's menu bar looks the same. So you're going to have announcements, which again is your first page right here. Your second, it's going to be the contact information. So here's my email. Here is my work office number. Here's my location of my office and my office hours. So you can contact me with that. And then over here you have course materials. Now, course materials is going to take you over into the Google Drive folder so that you can access this at all times. And it's there for you to be able to access. And in here are all the folders that you're going to need for this class. So the adult passages are here, ADP references, chapter PowerPoints, everything that you need is in here. Your weekly directions and guidelines. Week by week coming up, I'm going to give you very specific guidelines on what to do for each week, and it's going to link you to these Google Drive folders for you to access your information, but if you would prefer to go through this way, you can as well. So I'm going to go back over into Blackboard really quickly, and again, this link right here will take you over to the Google Drive folder. An important tab over here to the side is going to be your calendar, and when you click on your calendar here, it's going to take you over to the calendar for this course, and it's going to show you everything that is due and what is expected of you for the week. So I have to scroll over just a little bit here since our course doesn't start quite yet. And when I click over in the calendar here, it will bring me over. So every week you will have assignments that are due. It will tell you when the assignments are due, and if there's anything that you need to respond back to in the discussion board, I give you a note to remind you to do that. So I give you a window of time to respond to peers, and then I also give you a window of time to respond back to any of their questions that they have in the discussion board for you. So you can click on these and see. Now there's two ways to get to your assignments. I can't do it from the professor side of Blackboard, but you can actually click on the assignment, and right here it will say go to the assignment or go to the discussion board, and it will take you straight to those assignments. But I do have another way for you to get there as well in the weeks over here to the sides. And then this button here, the new and due, that is for you. If you like to use that to see what's coming up due and all of that, you can use that as well. So that is underneath the calendar right here. Now, as for the weeks, everything is set up week by week. So we have 8 weeks in this course. So week 1, for instance, you would click on it and it will tell you the days for this, and it will tell you to get started to click on week 1. So all you would do is click here, click on the link, not on the folder. The link will take you to the page. So the very first thing you're going to see is week 1 directions and guidelines. This is going to tell you everything that is due for the week and what we are focusing on. And then underneath this, in every folder, you're either going to have 2 folders or 3 folders. It depends on if you have peer responses or not. So you have assignments, peer, discussion board posts, and then if you are to respond, for instance, like in week 2, it would say discussion board peer responses. So for this week, for instance, there's 2 folders, but you don't have a discussion board that week, so there's only 2 folders. But in other weeks, you may have 3. So for instance, if I go to week 4, you have 3 folders that week. So you have discussion board peer responses, assignments, and the discussion board. But those are the 3 main folders that you are going to see throughout the weeks, but it kind of depends on what the assignments are for that week and the focus. So I'm going back up to week 1, and I clicked again. All I did was go to week 1, and then I clicked on the link here, and it took you over to the folder in Blackboard for the week. So you have your week 1 directions and guidelines here. You have your assignments and your discussion board posts. Those are the only 2 folders in there for week 1. And when you're ready to submit your assignments, you will either click here or here depending on what it is. If it's an assignment, it's here. If it's a discussion board, it would be here. So you remember that there's some assignments where you have to post it in the assignment folder and also to the discussion board. So I try to break those up so you don't forget to put them in both places. And I'll explain that in just a minute. So if I click on week 1 directions and guidelines right here, it's going to take us over to the Google Drive folder. And you're going to see the week 1 overview and what to do for the week. So for this week, we will be focusing on the dimensions of development and understanding our development in regard to the 3 domains of development: physical, cognitive, and social emotional. So right here is just a little chart to kind of give you an overview of what these things are. And you're going to read more about it in the textbook, but I try to give you a little picture or graphic to kind of illustrate what we are going to be focusing on for the week. And as we scroll down, you're going to see that it says what to do for week 1. And right here, you have your course overview. So it tells you to read the syllabus and complete the syllabus quiz. Well, here you're going to notice that there is a blue hyperlink. Anytime you see blue text and you see the little finger icon pop up, that means you can click on it and it's going to take you to something in the Google Drive to give you more direction. So for instance, if you click on this, it's going to take you over to the syllabus so that you can read the syllabus to take the syllabus quiz. So as you can see in the folder, there is a syllabus that you can click on and you can read it so that you can go and take the quiz in Blackboard. So the hyperlinks only direct you to the rubrics or the guidelines or the directions for the assignment. It will not direct you to the Blackboard where you either take the quiz or submit the assignment. So after you get done reading your syllabus, you would go over into Blackboard over here. And here it says syllabus quiz. So you would click on assignments after you read your syllabus. And in that folder for assignments, you would see the syllabus quiz right here. And then you could click on it and it will take you to the quiz. And the quiz looks a little bit like this. So you're going to see instructions. So it just reminds you again to read the course syllabus and complete the syllabus quiz. I do have it to where you can save your quiz and come back to it later. Quizzes are also open for multiple attempts. It is an average, so if you take it more than once, the 2 scores will be averaged or the 3 scores will be averaged. So make sure that you do the best the first time. And it does have to be completed before the due date. So here's the due date for that quiz. So going back over to the weekly directions and guidelines here, another assignment that you have to do is your textbook reading. So chapter 1, you're going to read chapter 1 and you're going to view the PowerPoint. So when you click on this, it will take you over to the PowerPoint folder. And you will be able to access the PowerPoint here to go along with your chapter readings. Then after you're done reading and viewing the PowerPoint, you would come back over into the assignment folder. And you may have to scroll down just a little bit and you would see the chapter 1 quiz here for you to complete. Now all you would have to do is click on it and it will take you over to it. And as you can see, there is your quiz for chapter 1. So going back over to the weekly directions and guidelines again, also going to see that you have a Who Am I project that you're going to complete. So before we can really dig into how other people develop, we need to look at the development of ourselves. So here is the guidelines and the rubrics for the Who Am I project. So you just click on the hyperlink and it will take you over to the folder in the Google Drive. And you will find all the requirements for that project in this folder. So you'll see some examples, you'll see the overview, and you'll see the discussion board for that. So going back over to the weekly directions and guidelines again, you will also see here on the week 1, for instance, you will see the discussion board. So again, when you click on it, it will take you over to that project that you need to do. You can find the discussion board rubric right here and click on it and complete that assignment. So going back over into Blackboard for just a minute, like I was showing you, week is set up the same way. So when you click on week 1, again, you're going to see that there's always going to be a weekly folder that tells you to get started. Click on the week, directions and guidelines, and when you click on the folder, you're going to see those folders inside of here. So you're going to have your weekly directions and guidelines at the top, which is what I just showed you for week 1 as an example. Then you're going to have your assignments and your discussion boards. When you go to post to a discussion board, what you're going to do is you're going to click on it, and then it's going to take you directly to the discussion board for you to create a thread for. So you would just create a thread. You would use your name here. So just use your last name here, and then the title of the project. Then you would either copy and paste it in, or you would attach it depending on the type of file or project that you are submitting. And then you would hit submit down here at the bottom, and it would post. And when you're ready to respond to peers, which you'll do, for instance, in week 2, you would just click on it, and then you would hit reply. And then you would type your post here, and then you would hit submit when you are finished, and it will post. So the way to make sure that your discussion boards are there is that you will see your post to any peers here, and then if you go back out to the forum, you will see your name here as well. So that was just a brief overview of how EDU 200 and 201 is set up. So if you have any questions in the meantime, please email me, but please remember to give me at least 24 hours to respond to you. So the sooner you have a question, email me so that I have time to respond to you before the assignments are due.